Come on, you worked earlier.
Where do you see? Oh. Is it that?
Yeah, we are good to go. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Hawks Nest, where your Tamalpais High School Hawks are getting ready to take on the Redwood Giants for the second time this week. I am joined today, as always this year, by Ryan Simon.
Yeah, lucky me.
Welcome. Lucky you, lucky
Lucky
me.
me.
Come on. Maybe we're just both lucky to have each other.
Yeah. Darren's a pro. I've gone into the mailbag and have read some of the listener comments. They like you, Darren.
Yeah, I think
KNBR is calling.
I think they say the same
No,
for you as well, Rye.
I think I've heard I should be on Smooth Jazz 108.
That's perfect for you. Actually, if anybody's smooth jazz, it's you. I'm like nasally mumbly jazz.
No, you're KNBR ready. They're calling.
Looks like the umpires have everything straightened out. So big game today for Tam, coming off a 6-3 victory at Redwood on Tuesday. The Hawks currently in second place in MCAL with a 9-2 record, 14-5 overall. Redwood is 8-5 in MCAL, not RedCal, with an 11-7-1 record overall. Unclear how the 1 comes into play. Maybe it was.
That was an unfinished game against SI. It went too late.
See, somebody's doing homework.
Yeah,
not me.
I think it was a little strategery by the SI coach. Redwood had bases loaded, no outs in the 10th or something. And they said, well, we can't see anymore, so let's call it.
Hey, you know what? And that's why he's the best in the business, folks.
Yeah.
You get that sort of research and information coming into a game. I'm just kind of giving you, they have a tie, and I don't know why, and it seems weird. But you want answers. You want answers. I know someone who has them, fortunately.
Some of them.
So still an ongoing discussion between the umpires and the Redwood coach. Not quite sure why. And we could just be waiting for the kind of traditional 4:30 start, which means we're going to have to somehow talk for 6 more minutes.
Hey.
Not sure how we do that, but that's okay. Although, I'm okay with the wait.
So who do we got starting? Who's on the mound?
So on the mound today for your Tam High Hawks is none other than Eli Solemn himself. Eli takes the mound with a 6-3 record, which seems a little unfair given his ERA is under 1. Started 9 games this year, so he's gotten a decision in every game. Leads the team basically across the board in innings pitched, strikeouts, anything you want from an ace, we're getting it from Eli this year. But on the other side, we're going to get another ace for Redwood, and that's Matthew Knauer, who is making his 14th appearance of the year in 20 games.
That's incredible.
So they are not afraid to use him, including 2 innings on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Where they brought him in. Knauer's got a 1.46 ERA. Record is 3-1, so I think it's he's also got 3 saves, so I think he's kind of bounced back and forth between starter role and kind of come in and finish things up guy. He's a workhorse. I think there's no doubt about that. He's not afraid to take the ball and get out there on the mound.
Yeah, I think they have to pry it out of his hands.
No, I know that. And the kid's always been that way.
I'm looking at this. He has 3 starts prior to this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's kind of always been that kid who could throw a bunch of pitches and literally come back before he should and not show any difference or wear and tear.
Yeah. He's got a good fastball, and then as we saw, he's got a couple off-speed pitches that seem to give people fits.
Kind of a slider type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Comes from a little sidearm action,
yeah.
So kind of hard to pick up. I I think today might be the TamTV debut of the new left field windscreen.
I think it is.
Did we have it last game?
No.
No, I don't think we did, right? So
No.
for those of you who have been watching, you might notice in the deep on the left field fence now, we've got a beautiful new windscreen kind of blocking out Miller Avenue, and in big bright letters with a couple of hawks on each side saying Tamalpais baseball. Really nice addition to the field.
It is.
And we're also coming to you from a almost finished, completely new broadcast booth. Thanks to the one and only Phil Sasso, who's available for all of your framing and general contracting needs. Just feel free to contact info@TAM Boosters, and I'll pass along Phil's information.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
It's very spectacular.
We got a roof this time. Last time we were in here, we didn't have a roof. Now
Right.
we have a roof.
Right. It was retractable last
Yep.
time. Today we've got the permanent one.
Yep.
So that's exciting. And a good day to have a roof. It's a little chilly today.
Yep.
Ball's not going to travel as well as it has in kind of, other games this year. So Hawks finally take the field. In left field today will be number 2, the senior, Ryan Simon. Center field, also a senior, number 1, Will Gensler. And in right field, another senior, number 9, Finnegan McGrain. Go over to third base with yet another senior, number 5, Henry Stoll. Shortstop, the senior, number 6, Cooper Kift. Second base, another senior, number 7, Tito Firestein. First base, we finally get to an upperclassman, but a junior, and number 15, Dara Zolfagari. Behind the plate for TAM today is sophomore Anthony Murphy. And on the mound, number 4, senior Eli Solemn. So we've got maybe 1 or 2 more warm-ups here from Eli, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, that was a great win a couple days ago at Redwood. Let's see if we can follow it up with another win here.
Yeah, it was TAM jumped out to an early lead in that game, putting 2 runs up in the first, and I think that kind of stunned Redwood a little bit and got TAM kind of some of the positive energy and confidence it needed to really carry on the rest of that game. All right, so leading off for Redwood is the junior, Theo Trono. Trono hitting .306 on the year. The reigning MCAL player of the year as well. So at 4:30, that's our first pitch. A fastball right down the middle from Solemn. For strike 1. A fastball misses outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch now. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 2. This is where Trono gets tough.
Yeah. He's got 7 doubles on the year, 1 home run. He's a good hitter, obviously. MCAL player.
That fastball misses. I think that was actually maybe a little bit more of a slider. Misses down and inside. Swing and a miss. Murphy catches it and throws down to first for the first out of the inning.
It's a good out.
Yeah.
He's tough to get out.
He really is, and he's tough to strike out.
Yeah. All right. I forgot that I'm manning the scoreboard here.
Uh-oh. Hold on. No, that's not right. All right, first pitch from Solemn, a ball. That pitch is a 87-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. And here's the 1-1 to the first baseman, Johnson. Takes the slider.
I don't think Johnson's liked either of the last two pitches.
Well, that was what was not to like about that?
Well, I think it was, it's kind of nasty.
Yeah, oh, no, not liked in that sense. So,
Yeah.
Saw him ahead in the count, 1-2 now. That fastball misses just low.
Just low.
If there's anybody listening out there and can confirm they have volume, that would be great. Wow, that slider was absolutely nasty. So Johnson goes down looking. Well, in our new home, we get a really good view now of what's coming in behind the plate, and that pitch fooled me.
It is a treat. He had to be right behind the plate here.
I mean, that thing was started way out of the strike zone, came right back in, and Johnson was just, okay. There's another slider. Catches the outside corner for strike one to Mosley, whose dad's chowing on a sandwich behind the plate. Mosley pops that one up. Simon under it. Wow, that thing was up there for a long time. I was like, did he lose it? Is it gone? Is it ever going to come down? So a 1-2-3 inning for Solomon Tam to start the first. Coming up for the Hawks will be Firestein, McGrain, and Stoll. All right, welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Second baseman Tito Firestein is going to lead off for Tam against Matthew Knauer. Firestein takes the first pitch low and outside for ball one.
Good take there.
Knauer misses again inside for ball two. Looks like Knauer likes to work quickly, too. That
Very
fastball
quickly.
is outside, so Firestein ahead 3-0 to start. That fastball right down the middle. Takes the count to 3-1 now. There's a lot of room up the middle for Tito. The ball is hit to the first baseman, who makes the play for the first out.
Did you get a read on what pitch that was? What kind of pitch that was that you just threw?
I did not. It was one that was hit right to the first baseman. First
cut.
pitch to McGrain. Healthy cut.
Healthy.
Fouled back for strike one. Finnegan hitting .263 on the year, but doesn't quite tell the story. He's just really got inserted into the starting lineup a couple games ago and been kind of getting himself on base and brought a nice bit of energy to the lineup, too.
Yeah. Great
Behind
attitude.
here, 0-2, though. Takes that pitch low for ball one.
Tough take there. Good eye.
That ball is hit hard into left center field. And it drops between the two outfielders. McGrain on his horse, and he will stop at second.
Great hit there, Finn. Really well done. Good effort by the left fielder, I think it was. Almost got to it there. But
Yeah, ball kind of hung up for a while.
Yeah.
It looked like, they might have a chance to make a play, but it just dropped right in between the two outfielders. So McGrain on second, and that will bring up the three-hitter, the third baseman, Henry Stoll. Stoll having a terrific season, by the way. Hitting .357. Leads the team in RBIs with 17 and doubles with 6. So I'm sure he'd like to add to those totals right here. Ducks under that one.
not to mention he's fierce in the field.
Yeah.
He is a vacuum.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Knauer looks in. He's slowing down a little bit. He came out of the game very quick. That pitch, fastball fouled off for strike one. Takes the count to 1-1. Yeah, when Knauer was on the mound to Firestein, he got that ball and just kind of fired it back in. And I think with a runner on base, he's slowing it down a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back again, so Knauer ahead 1-2 now to Stoll. The first baseman, Dara Zolfagari, waiting on deck. Nice job by Stoll to kind of foul that one off. Keep himself alive. One-two again. Ball is hit hard to center field. Gersh is back, makes the catch, bobbles it, so McGrain will get to third.
Okay.
So a sac fly for Henry.
Hard hit.
Really hard hit.
Up the middle. Like to see that, that contact. Both Finn and Henry making solid contact right up the middle. They're timing this up well.
Yeah, well, they had a chance to see Knauer on Tuesday, right?
Right.
And though he pitched well, just having that look, I think, can help the hitters, right? Maybe you're seeing a little bit of that today. So with 2 outs now, first baseman Dara Zolfagari comes to the plate. Dara hitting .296 on the year. Swings and misses at that first pitch. Dara's got 16 RBIs. Swings through that one, so Knauer quickly ahead 0-2 now. inside fastball got him swinging. So after one, still 0-0.
Runs are good.
All right, welcome back. At the top of the second inning, Harrison, the designated hitter, will lead off for Redwood. Fouls that one down the first base line for strike one. That slider misses inside. Count to 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Solemn. Another slider. That one misses low and away for ball two. With 2-1 now. Fastball hit hard, deep, and foul by the looks of it.
Pretty long strike.
Yeah, but that's all it is a long strike. The 2-2 pitch. Crowd's filling in now. Should expect a pretty good one today for this rivalry game. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Eli. That was looked like a changeup. Harrison just fouls it back. Count remains 2-2.
Smart hitter, choking up.
Slider just high. Full count now to Harrison. Ball up the middle, charged by Kift. Over to first for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Cooper.
It was kind of that slow roller. You weren't sure if someone's going to get there in time, and made it look relatively easy.
Yeah, I saw that one. He just sawed it off his hand,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Kind of caught it inside and just, I don't know. Eli kind of let it go by him. Cooper made a nice play.
Probably, it's interesting because sometimes a pitcher reaches down for it and kicks it off in a weird direction.
Right.
No one can get it.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Sam Gersh, who takes, not sure what that was.
It was a ball, but
It was a ball, I guess, in theory. I didn't think it was that either, but, I don't make those decisions. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Little slider that Gersh was on top of. The count now 1-1. Gersh hitting .275 on the year. Does have 3 doubles, triple, and a home run, and a couple hits against us on Tuesday as well. Fastball outside. About 88 miles an hour from Solemn. So count now 2-1 to Gersh. There's another fastball. Catches Sam looking there. Count now 2-2. Looks like there was a rock on the field or something. I'm not sure what it was, but Stoll cleared it away. There's the 2-2 pitch from Eli. Fastball misses low and inside. The count's now full. Gersh with good speed, too, so you want to make him hit the ball. Grounds it to Firestein. Kind of gently tosses it over to Zulfikari for the out. Second out of the inning. That will bring up the catcher, Ferry, with 2 outs. Fastball high at 88 miles an hour for ball 1. Slider in there for strike 1. Faria Jr. hitting .286 on the year. Does have 1 home run as well. Swings and misses at that offering from Solemn, and Eli is now ahead in the count 1-2.
Ooh.
Slider froze him. So after 1.5, still 0-0. Coming up for the Hawks will be Solemn, Gensler, and Simon. Right at the bottom of the second inning, Solemn will lead off for Tam. Knauer back out there for Redwood. Eli first pitch swinging to fly ball to right field. I don't know who that was camped under it. I was trying to get that, but I had the wrong side. That was Mosley in right field, camped under it. Makes the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Knauer, and that will bring up the center fielder, Will Gansler. Will hitting .294 on the year with 1 home run. Takes that pitch from Knauer for a strike. Will coming off a 3-hit game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is that right? Swings and misses at that slider, so Will behind now 0-2. Dad Steve is on the grill today with his world-famous tri-tip.
KC tri-tip.
Good take from Will there.
Good eye.
Knauer thought he had him. The count now 1-2. Will goes with that pitch, but lines it right to the center fielder, Gersh, for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs out, we'll bring up the left fielder, Ryan Simon. I believe it's the first game this year for Ryan in front of his sister, Mary Gray. Where's she in from?
New York.
New York, that's right. Well, I don't know why I thought Los Angeles for a second.
Oh, she used to live there.
Ryan takes that first pitch for a strike. Ground ball back up the middle, slowly to the shortstop, who kind of hesitates. Oh! I don't know. Looked like Ryan might have beat that out, but the umpire did not think so. So that will end the inning. And after 2, it's still 0-0. All right, top of the 3rd inning. The shortstop, Gio, leading off for Redwood. Gio is senior. Leads the team in RBIs with 14, hitting .304 on the year coming into the game. Takes the fastball from Solomon for strike 1. Stoll kind of in on the grass at 3rd. Zulfagari playing a little deeper at 1st. A grounder, 1 hopper to Kift at short. Takes his time, makes the throw to 1st for the first out of the inning.
Dar does a good job at first.
Yes, he does. Not his natural position either. I mean, it's kind of become his position, but I think he kind of grew up more as a middle infielder, even a third baseman.
Yeah.
So Chrisman steps up to the plate for Redwood. Holds up on that fastball for ball 1.
Have to check the replay on that.
Chrisman hitting .432 on the year for Redwood, so kind of a sneaky bat at the bottom of the lineup, if you will. Fouls that one off. The count's now 1-1.
Little known fact is that he is a product of Mill Valley Little League.
maybe a little known fact to you, but I did coach him in All-Stars.
Little known fact to maybe our audience.
Maybe then. 1-1. That slider hangs a little bit. Stays inside. So count goes to 2-1. Yeah, he was that kid who was basically like, anything I can do, anything I can do, anything I can do.
Yeah.
A phenomenal kid. 2-1 pitch. That being said, I hope he strikes out. That one misses inside, so Chrisman ahead on the count now, 3-1. With the left fielder Given waiting on deck. Right. Fastball, I guess, just misses just outside. So that's the first walk of the game. First base runner for Redwood. And that will bring up the sophomore Given, hitting .286 on the year. If I know Redwood, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised to see him bunt, and he shows bunt. But that pitch from Solomon misses.
They will bunt.
And bunt and bunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-strike bunt.
Well, Trono's waiting on deck too, so get the logic here. That pitch is fouled back. Takes the count to 1-1. Given just a sophomore. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Does not show bunt. The runner is running. The throw is in time.
Oh, great play.
Beautiful throw by Anthony Murphy.
Phenomenal throw. Good
Very
tag.
nice tag. Was that a
That was a strike.
that was a strike, so the count's
Yeah.
now 1-2. Great job by Anthony there. So 1-2 count now. That fastball is high. Count 2-2 to Given with Trono waiting on deck. Here's the pitch from Solom. Strike 3 looking. So after 2.5, Redwood 0, Tam 0. Coming up for the Hawks will be Kramlich, Kift, and Firestein. All right, bottom of the third inning, Cole Kramlich, the DH, steps in up to the plate for Tam, takes the first pitch from Knauer for ball 1. A little bit of wind blowing through now. Kind of nice to be in the box now, isn't it? Kramlich takes that one just off the end of the bat and into right field for a base hit. So Cole's just continuing to do a job in that DH spot.
Yeah. He's been looking really good at the
Yeah,
plate.
I mean, it's been terrific the last couple games. Even came in last game and pinch hit and had a nice hit, right? So with nobody out, that will bring up the shortstop, Cooper Kift. Cooper shows bunt, pulls back from that slider for ball 1. That one kind of looked like it might take Cooper's head off.
You made the right call.
Fastball hits the outside corner. The count now 1-1. Knauer working a little quicker again now, even with the runner on. Kift kind of steps out and tries to slow him down. Kramlich's okay speed at first. Kift swings and misses at that one, so Cooper now behind 1-2.
There, good call.
Yeah.
Kind of reclaim the pace a little bit.
Agreed. So the 1-2 pitch to Kift.
Yeah.
Fastball is high. Take the count to 2-2.
Vigorous shakeoff.
Swings and misses at that one. A slider from Knauer, who gives Kift a little look on the way back. So that's first out of the inning, and that will bring up the second baseman, Firestein. Tito grounded out to first in his first at bat today. That one's going to be between first and second, and nobody will be there to cover it. So there's a kind of tweener base hit for Tito.
Great hit. Well done by Cole to get out of the way and not get hit by the ball.
Yeah.
We've seen
We had that happen earlier this year, right? Tito got hit by a ball.
Yeah.
So Firestein advances Kramlich to second with the kind of infield single. Nice job by Trono, by the way, to get over that ball.
Yeah, he covers so much ground.
He is. They're shielding everything. He is playing, everybody to kind of hit the ball the other way. So he was kind of cheating that way, if you will. So here's Finn McGrain, who doubled in his first at bat. He takes that slider high for ball one. Again, you got Kramlich at second, Firestein at first. One out for the Hawks. Kind of their second threat of the game. That slider looked a little bit low from here, but the umpire didn't think so.
It nearly hit him.
I'll take the count to 1-1. That one misses outside.
That was a good take. That's hard to lay off. That thing looks good for a long time.
Knauer didn't like that call. So the count is now 2-1. That fastball misses outside. Knauer looking into the dugout for some help. I'm not sure he's going to get it. So that'll take the count to 3-1. Ground ball to third. Bobbles it a little bit, throws it high. I think Firestein is in there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Everyone's in there. It's almost like he forgot at third base that he could have just rolled over.
I agree.
Touched the bag.
I agree.
Yeah.
So a little unsettled there by Chrisman. Could have just taken I think he was trying to get two.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ball was hit hard enough to get two. Firestein does have good speed at first, so he clearly got a good jump, got there ahead of the ball. So bases loaded now for Henry Stoll. Henry flied out to center in his first at bat. Actually, it was a sac fly, hit the ball hard. I wouldn't mind seeing that again, but he had a good first at bat. Fouls that one back. Fouled off a couple pitches, made Knauer work.
Yeah. That was a good at bat.
So Henry just very quietly is having a really good year. That ball's in the dirt. Count now 1-1. Slider in there. Nice pitch by Knauer right there. Kind of froze Stoll. So the count now 1-2. The big at bat for the Hawks. Like to see Henry put the ball in play if he can.
I think you kind of expect to see that those off-speed pitches. He's got good control of them. They're hard to hit.
Slider, swing and a miss from Henry. So with 2 outs and the bases loaded, that will bring up Dara Zolfagari. Dara struck out in his first at bat. First pitch misses for ball 1. Knauer working quickly. The 1-0 pitch. Oh, wow. Okay. That one looked like a ball, but it was called a strike. So count now is 1-1. Ooh, fouled away.
That was
Looks like that one's going to get out of play. Yeah, Dar likes that pitch. So count now 1-2. Kind of again, bases loaded for the Hawks. We'd love to see them get one here.
Yep. Watch this one go away.
Low. Good take by Dara.
Great take.
Not an easy pitch to take. They are making Knauer work a little bit. These are some high-pressure pitches. He's now up to 45. So
I don't even know that they look at his pitch count.
they probably don't. I think you're right about that, too. I mean, you would kind of think and hope they would, but, yeah, I mean, you might be right. Like I said, he's going to go 100 pitches. I don't think that's even a question.
Oh.
Dara fouls that one back.
Way to stay
alive. So 2-2, 2 outs. Kramlik at third, Firestein at second, and McGrain at first. Pitch to Dara. That is inside. Knauer definitely didn't agree with it. I'm not sure why. It did not look like a strike to me.
No. Seemed high and inside, but we're just standing behind the plate.
Right. What do we know? All right, full count, so the runners will be going. Ball 4. Really good at bat by Dara.
Great at bat by Dara. I mean, you can sense the frustration of Knauer.
Yeah. And I think the coach is going to come out and give him a little talking to, try and calm him down. This is a great mound visit.
Yeah.
Really smart mound visit by the coach.
Yeah. And what I would like to see from our TAM batters here is to
slow him down.
Yeah, take more control of the pace here. They get in there and they let them, call time, step out, take a breath.
I agree. Now, Dara stepped out a little bit. I mean, we've seen it. You've seen guys step out. Henry stepped out.
Yeah.
They're trying.
Yeah.
They're aware.
But even when they get back in the box, I think they should hold their hand up, have them,
Yeah.
Just wait. I'm not ready.
All right, so bases loaded still for the pitcher, Eli Solom, trying to help himself here. Eli's dad, Matt, a TAM grad as well. That slider is in for strike 1. Another slider. That one's fouled off. So Knauer ahead now, 0-2. Strike 3, swinging for Eli.
He looked on that.
High fastball from Knauer that Eli swung through, but the Hawks break through first in this game with a run in the bottom of the third inning. Tam leads 1-0, heading to the top of the fourth. All right, welcome back. Top of the fourth inning. Theo Trono will lead it off for Redwood. Trono struck out in his first at bat. Solom starts him off with a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. That fastball is low. Ball one. So here's the 1-1 pitch from Eli. Oh, that slider's in there. So Solom ahead now, 1-2 to Trono. Strike three swinging. So Trono goes down for the second time today. And that brings up the first baseman, Johnson. Fastball high. Actually, that was a changeup, sorry. Ball one. There's a fastball. There. Fouled back. Count now 1-1. Fastball misses outside for ball two. There's the 2-1 pitch now to Johnson. That pitch is low for ball three. So Johnson ahead in the count 3-1. That slider is in there. Takes the count to 3-2.
Kind of looked like he was taken all the way there.
It did. I also think he wasn't looking for that pitch, even if he was, because he kind of had that like, what was that? Really? You're going to throw that? 3-1. Okay. All right, so now 3-2. He's going to have Johnson guessing maybe. And he does, and he catches him looking.
That is nasty. That just slid down the outside paint there.
So Eli with confidence in that slider to really throw it at any time,
Yeah.
showing, right? So that will bring up the right fielder, Jack Mosley. Mosley hitting .345 on the year. Hits kind of a weak grounder to second. Firestein charges and makes the play to end the inning. Saw him kind of, twisted his ankle a little bit. Kind of walking a little bit gingerly coming off the mound. He is smiling, though, so I think he's going to be okay. All right, so after 3.5, Hawks still lead 1-0. Gensler, Simon, and Cramlett coming up for Tam. All right, bottom of the 4th inning. Will Gensler to lead it off for Tam. Gensler lined out to center field in his first at bat. Hit the ball hard. Will's had some really good at bats lately. Hits that one high again into center field. Gersh kind of lost it, but then found it again and collects it for the first out of the inning.
His left fielder almost took him out.
Yeah. 1 pitch, 1 out there for Knauer. We'll bring up Simon. Slider from Knauer in there for strike 1. Stands are full today. Good crowd for the Hawks. Simon swings at that pitch. Ryan quickly behind 0-2 now. That pitch is low. Knauer kind of may have tweaked his knee a little bit on that one. He's kind of kicking his right knee around a little bit like he did something uncomfortable. So the count 1-2 now. Fastball swings and misses for strike 3. So that will bring up the DH Kramlich. Cole with a single to right field in his first at bat. Healthy cut at that one. Fouled out of play on the right side. Oh, 1 to Cole. That slider misses in the dirt. 1-1. I didn't notice this the other day. The whole Redwood team rocks the high socks, huh?
Oh. That they do. I didn't notice that either, but that's their style.
I like it. It is a classic look. 1-1. That misses low. Kramlich did not go on that. Two and 1 now to Cole. Ground ball up the middle to Gio. Kind of easy hop. And over to first for the third out of the inning. So after 4, Tam still leads it 1-0. All right. So top of the 5th inning, the DH Harrison to lead off for Redwood. Harrison grounded to short in his first at bat. Slider misses outside for ball 1. There's a line drive, base hit into center field. So Harrison leads it off with a single. I was kind of wondering about that. Harrison hit that fastball deep foul again.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he was gonna throw him an off-speed pitch or not, or a fastball or not, and he did. All right, so it looks like we have a pinch runner. I can't see the number, but if I had to guess, it might be Beck, who I think leads the team in stolen bases. He's kind of being blocked by Dar right now.
Is it number 9? If he's 9, that's
9's Beck.
yeah.
Yeah. And Sam Gersh steps up to the plate for Redwood. Sam grounded to the second baseman Firestein in his first at bat. But Beck does have good speed. He leads Redwood with, I think, 11 stolen bases.
He's getting ready to go.
10 stolen bases. Solemn throws over.
Very close.
Gets back under that one.
Big lead, still scooting. Now he's out further. Oh, yes. Oh,
wow. A perfect throw from Eli. And Dara looked like he may have applied the tag, but
it looked like he was blocking the base, like he was
yeah
fully in front of it.
Boy, that was about as well executed as you're going to see it, too. And Beck, I guess, just slid under it. No, that one he's back. So nobody out. Beck on first.
He's going.
Gersh shows bunt. Doesn't. The throw. Ooh, in there, but
Nice throw, Tony.
Kift can't hold on to it, so Beck does get the stolen base.
Really good throw.
Pitch was a ball.
Actually, I don't know.
A nice throw down by Anthony Murphy. Just Kift couldn't quite hold on to it. So it looks like Sanders was finally taken in the second round. TJ Sanders out of South Carolina. Still waiting on Shador. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Gersh. Line drive into center field. Gansler comes up throwing. Beck holds at third. But just like that, Redwood is in business. Well, that will bring up the catcher, Ferry. Let's see if he bunts here. Again, that wouldn't surprise me. Gersh has very good speed also on first base. So
yeah, he's number 2 on the team for steals.
Yeah, but again, Frenzy is not one to unwilling to sacrifice the out. Oh, Gersh was leaning a little bit, but gets back.
Yeah, you got to expect it's gonna Gersh is gonna go.
Yeah, it's just a question of whether
Yeah.
Ferry is going to bunt or not. He shows bunt, and takes the pitch low for ball one. I mean, if he's going to bunt, if you can trade the out for the, advancing Gersh and take your chances, not the worst thing in the world maybe for Tam with Eli on the mound. That pitch misses inside. Count now 2-0. Ferry shows again. Misses that one. Count now 2-1. Catchers aren't known as bunters, so.
No.
Showed a little bit there.
I think I don't know if they really wanted to bunt.
No, maybe not. He might not have wanted to. I think his coach wanted to. Oh, Gersh might have that anyway.
Wow.
So Gersh steals second on the first to third move. All right, so now Eli's going to set his attention a little more closely on Ferry. Could use a strikeout for sure. Ferry shows bunt again. Gets it down. Murphy throws to first. Does get the out. So the squeeze executed beautifully by Ferry. But Tam does get one out.
That's Redwood baseball right there.
Yeah, that is in all its glory.
Yep.
I've seen that a few times over the years, and we're probably going to see it again here, by the way.
Right.
So the shortstop, Gio's up. He shows bunt. Gersh moving. Gio fouls that one off. That's going to bring out Coach Collins Bride right now. Going to try and set up the defense for this. He knows what's coming. I mean, Gersh was moving. That was a suicide squeeze all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, if they would have pitched out, they would have had a shot at getting him there. He was committed.
I like that idea, by the way. All right, so the 0-1 to Gio, who shows bunt again. Gersh off this time. Not quite as much. The pitch out, just like you thought.
Yeah.
Good call.
They just needed to be a little more secretive about it.
Probably. Fair. Now here's the 1-1. Gio shows it again.
Yeah.
Kind of half swings at that one. So Solemn now ahead 1-2. He's going to show it. He'll do it again.
Yeah. We saw that last
Not afraid with 2
ago.
outs to lay it down. There's no doubt. Or 2 strikes, excuse me. Gio shows it again and fouls it, and he is out.
Yep. That was a very good pitch.
I don't know why he's walking back, because that was the 3rd strike.
Very good pitch for that situation.
Yeah, it was. So a big second out now, and that will bring up the 3rd baseman, Chrisman. Again, I don't think the bunt is out of play at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see it again. So 2 outs. Solemn's first pitch. Slider. Chrisman takes it for strike 1.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting on that situation there. He had to try and lay the bunt down, so you throw it outside. He's coming.
He's coming. Ground ball to 3rd. Stoll picks it up, throws it over to first to end the inning. So Redwood scores to tie the game at 1, but after 4.5, it's 1-1. Coming up for the Hawks will be Kift, Firestein, and McGrain. All right, bottom of the 5th inning. Knauer still on the mound for Redwood. First pitch is a slider for a strike to the shortstop, Kift. Cooper struck out in his first at bat today. Takes that one low. Oh, no. They call that that's a tough call.
That is.
Cooper quickly behind 0-2 now. Fouls that one back. Nice job by Coop.
87.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3 phones on the screen there, all of which are still intact after that one. That one almost hit him, by the way. Kift does lead the team with 5 hit by pitches this year, so wouldn't be surprised if he can maybe catch one here. Tried to call time, kind of pops one, loops it into short center field, and Gersh comes in and makes the play. For the first out of the inning. And that brings up the leadoff hitter, Firestein. Chrisman playing deep at third. Tito fouls that one out of play down the third baseline. Tito 1 for 2 today with a infield single on his first at bat. Trono again playing way over. Shows bunt. Back to Knauer. Can he beat it out? Nope. Cannot. That just was a little too close to Knauer.
Yeah.
Good try by Tito, but so with 2 outs, Finnegan McGrain steps up to the plate. I like the idea there. Chrisman was way back. Tito just pushed that one a little bit too much towards Knauer. If he could have gotten a little bit more down the line, he would have beat it out. Fastball to McGrain. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Knauer at 68 pitches, so still probably has a few left in the tank for him for sure. Slider misses a little low. Knauer didn't like that call. Not the first time today he's disagreed with the umpire, I'll tell you that.
No, it's been a half a dozen times.
Here's the 1-1. There's a slider.
I think there's a lot of times where there's disagreement. You just don't see it. We've been seeing it. He's vocalizing it.
He is vocalizing it.
He's showing it in gestures and
1-2
words.
now to Finnegan. That fastball misses way outside. Knauer doesn't question that one.
No, I think he was like,
I think that one he didn't have any beef with. 2-2 now to Finnegan. 2 outs. That slider's low.
It's a good eye.
Yeah, good
Way
job.
to hold off very hard.
Finnegan worked the count here nicely. So full count. Outside, ball 4. Nice at bat by McGrain again.
Yep. Like to see it.
So that will bring up Stoll. Henry is 0 for 2 today. We're going to get a pinch runner here for Finnegan. Max Fike is going to come in. My guess is Max will stay in the game, play right field for a few innings as well until Finnegan comes back up again. We've seen that move from Coach Collins Bride a few times in the last few games. So Fike with good speed. Stoll. Fike off on the pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded by Gio. Over to first, and that'll end the inning. So after 5, still 1-1. All right, top of the 6th inning. Given will lead it off for Redwood. Given is 0 for 1 today. Solomon still on the mound for Tam. 66 pitches through 5 innings for Eli, so it's been pretty efficient. That fastball just missed outside for ball 1.
Healthy crowd here.
Yeah, the biggest of the season, for sure. There's a strike from Eli at 84 miles an hour. Took a little off that. 1-1 to Given. That ball is popped up. Simon is under it and records the first out of the inning for the Hawks. I think he's still waiting for the one Mosley hit to land too.
That was a big league pop up.
All right, that'll bring up the leadoff hitter Trono. Talking about somebody who might bunt. Trono's got pretty good speed too. Theo's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts.
Ooh.
Takes that pitch just high from Eli. That was a changeup for ball 1. Swings and misses at that fastball. Count now 1-1. Toronto coming back from an injury. He suffered in the offseason too.
What happened?
I actually want to say I don't think it was like a UCL, but it was kind of something along those lines.
Oh, elbow or somewhere in there.
Yeah. I think so. So Murphy's going to give the umpire a minute to collect himself after that one was fouled right off his chest pad. So Eli ahead now, 1-2. That one's popped up, stole under it, and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up the two-hitter Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2 today, has gone down looking twice, both on sliders too, if I remember correctly. Grounds that one foul, fielded by Mosley. Nice barehanded play by the on-deck hitter. Oh, 1 pitch.
Oof.
Change up.
Oof.
Johnson way ahead of that. That might have been the filthiest one he's thrown all day, actually. Kind of 76 is the lowest I've seen a change up, too. So Eli ahead in the count, 0-2 now. That fastball gets by Murphy's glove, and
It fooled everyone.
yeah. Kind of misses. The count's now 1-2. 88, so Eli still got plenty in the tank. Even if it missed slightly. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tried the slider again. That one just missed outside.
Just missed.
Two now. Johnson fouls that fastball back.
Yes, got a piece of that.
Two again to Johnson. Calls time. Change up in the dirt, so Johnson has worked the count full now. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yes. Great inning for Eli there.
Nice job by Eli. Gave Tam just the inning they needed right there, too. That was really well done. All right, so after 5.5, still 1-1. Coming up for the Hawks, 4, 5, and 6. Zulfagari, Solemn, and Gensler. All right, bottom of the 6th inning. Dara Zulfagari is going to lead it off for Tam. Dara walked in his last at bat, producing the only Tam run of the day with a bases loaded walk. Takes that first pitch, a slider from Knauer for a strike. So Knauer at 74 pitches. That one misses outside. Count goes to 1-1. So if you're Tam, you at least want to make him work a bit this inning, right? Again, he's not a kid who's. There is a line drive into right field over the head of Mosley. Zolfagari on his horse. He will dig for second, and he is in there.
There we go. That's
So
what we
Dara
like to see.
leads it off with a line drive double over the right fielder's head. And the Hawks are in business.
That was very great contact. It was interesting. The right fielder made it look like he had kind of got a beat on it and was going to haul it in. And then went over his head.
And we'll get a pinch runner. Josh Goldman will come into the game for Dara. Brings up an interesting situation for the Hawks, though, with Solemn coming up. I wouldn't say Eli is your classic bunter.
No. No.
So a situation where I think normally you would call for the sacrifice, you know, hopefully maybe here you get a non-traditional sacrifice or even something bigger. So Eli not showing bunt, takes that pitch. Did not go.
Okay.
Count now 1-0. That fastball misses outside. So count now 2-0.
Knauer doesn't really look at the runners at all on base. He's just 100% focused on getting the.
That slider is high, so Eli is ahead now 3-0 with Gensler on deck, who actually is a very good bunter. That one is in the dirt, so Goldman is on his way to third.
And more.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That catcher was flopping all over the place looking for that ball.
I missed that. I couldn't see that part. I was
honestly,
watching Josh.
It almost went in the dugout.
Oh, did that?
Yeah.
Would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have done anything. So here's another interesting situation for the Hawks. Yeah, we do have a pinch runner. You want to get Eli in the dugout here for sure, right?
Yeah.
You don't want him
No.
on the bases.
Nope.
So you
Despite
take,
his speed.
yeah. So Will doesn't have to bunt here now. That's a big wild pitch, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Keeping the
Right.
bat in Gensler's hand. Will has hit 2 balls hard to the outfield today. So
Question is, what do you think we do? What's the play? We got first and third, 1 out.
no outs.
No outs. No outs. Do you send?
There actually is some action in the Redwood bullpen, too. Looks like Post is up. Post was in on Tuesday. Actually did a nice job for them, too.
Yeah, he
so.
He's basically threw nothing but strikes.
So Knauer in a bit of a pickle here. Runners on first and third, nobody out. We got Will Gensler at the plate. Will is 0 for 2 today, but again, has hit the ball hard twice to the outfield. A deep fly ball again here could score a run. Shows bunt. Here comes the play to home. Not in time. And the suicide squeeze for Gensler. A little taste of their own medicine for Redwood right there. Beautifully executed by Will Gensler. Goldman with a great jump at third. Runners on first and second. Nobody out still. And Tam takes a 2-1 lead.
Beautiful. Very well done by Will there.
It really was.
Oh,
Simon shows bunt. Pulls back on that one for ball 1.
Darren loves this.
Ryan not known for his bunting prowess. We'll see if he can lay it down. He's trying his hardest. Look at him flexing. Oh, a beauty of a bunt down the third baseline.
What has happened?
That is going to be a single, people. Ryan Simon. Did you see the way he was? See the way he got down? He flexed. He was really using his legs.
You couldn't, Darren. Did you teach him that?
I have been working on that on the side.
We do not. We do not.
We have been working on that. Was, I mean, and we make fun, but honestly, if you watched him set that up, if you watched his legs, the way he was using his body to lay that, it was absolutely textbook and beautiful.
I will tell you, I am not going to take any credit for it, but there has been a lot of heckling at our house for his bunting technique.
Not anymore.
No, and he told me he can do it. I mean,
base is loaded for Kramlich. First pitch from Knauer is low. Ball one. The infield in for Redwood. Again, nobody out right now. The Hawks looking to put some space on this one. Kramlich fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-1. Cole could find the gap here. Could really break things open. Gensler with really good speed on second. Oh, that one catches the inside corner.
I mean, I don't know if you can hit that pitch.
That was a good one.
It's a great pitch.
All right, 1-2 now to Cole.
It looks like it's going to hit his kneecaps.
Swings and misses, strike three. That's the first out of the inning. So the infield to go back to double play depth for Redwood. Base is still loaded, one out. Cooper Kift up. Kift shows bunt. Another one. And that will score a run. And he is out. But a perfectly executed suicide squeeze.
I'd like to see the replay.
Well, if we knew how to do it, we
Where's
could.
Our guy?
If we knew how to do it, I could show you. All right, so Tam plates another run as Colvin, the pinch runner, scores. The Hawks now up 3-1 with 2 outs. Gensler at third, Simon at second. Firestein takes the first pitch. Wow. Way inside for what should have been. Yeah, that was not a strike, but whatever. 0-1 now. It's Knauer. That's outside. Ball one.
No one knows what? Knauer's pissed.
Knauer's having a tough time with the umpire. That could have been a makeup for the one before.
They're not friends there.
That could have been a makeup for the one before it, though, for sure.
Good
pitch
eye.
it, fastball high. So a hit from Firestein. Anything in the outfield, any single in the outfield could break this game a little bit open. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball up the middle, base hit. Here comes Gensler. Here comes Simon, and it's 5-1 Hawks.
The crowd. Well done, Tito.
So Firestein with a big 2-out single right back up the box. Knauer tried to make a play, couldn't. And Tam now leads 5-1 with 2 outs. That'll bring up Max Fike, who remains in the game for Finn McGrain. Fike takes that one for strike one. That one is in the dirt, and Firestein steals second.
Easy. Max is feeling due.
That fastball's high. Count now 2-1. Knauer might be tiring a little bit. Certainly frustrated.
95, 96.
95 pitches. And look, this is a kid who is a horse. We've said it all game long. He takes the ball, he throws. He takes the ball, he throws. This is 14th appearance in 20 games for Redwood.
Yeah, I mean, you're not noticing any drop off in velocity
No,
or anything. I mean,
no.
he's
Fastball inside corner. Count now 2-2. Ground ball off the hand. Knauer fields it. Oh, just gets Fike at first.
yeah.
But
Good effort.
a good inning for the Hawks, putting 4 up. And so after 6, Tam leads 5-1, and Solom will come back out to try and close this thing out for the Hawks. All right, top of the 7th inning. Tam leads 5-1. Solom still on the hill for the Hawks to try and close it out. Mosley leading it off for Redwood. Jack is 0 for 2 today and takes that pitch for a strike from Eli. Quickly ahead 0-1. There's another slider. So Solom now ahead 0-2. Mosley didn't love that call. I mean, the stands are literally packed. Here's the 0-2 from Eli. Swing and a miss for strike 3. For the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the DH Harrison.
He's got a hit.
Yep.
One of the hits.
Yeah, he's got one of the 2 Redwood hits today.
He's been making good contacts.
Yeah, he's seeing the fastball. I can tell you that. I'd be surprised if Eli throws him anything fastball-wise. There's that slider, first pitch. So strike 1.
And it's in that death zone. I mean,
yeah, that pitch is, and Knauer's throwing a bunch of those today too.
It's been
right?
on both sides.
That pitch in inside corner is just going to saw you off. There's the 0-1. That one misses outside. Murphy gets away from Murphy again. 1-1 now. Gersh waits on deck. Yep. That was a changeup from Solom. Kind of hung up a little bit.
It did.
But we'll take it.
Yeah. I'd like to see the bottom drop out a little more.
Yeah. So Eli had 1 and 2 now. I mean, maybe if you want to set him up with a fastball, like way above the strike zone, but I think you're staying off speed here. The 1-2 pitch. Yes, you are. Ground ball to Kift. Cooper fields it. Over to Zulfagari at first for the second out of the inning. With 2 outs now for the center fielder, Sam Gersh. Sam 1 for 2 today. Has a stolen base.
Sam's a tough out. This is a tough out
Yeah.
here.
Fastball misses high. Ball 1. Yeah. So Kyle Hansen coming out. Eli at looks like 88 pitches, so he's there. Hank Ballard is up in the bullpen just in case, but I don't think Eli is
This is the second sort of.
going to want to come out of this game.
I don't think he wants to come out. This is the second kind of discussion he's had with the coaches. I don't know. Do they see something?
I don't know. Kyle, I don't know. I mean, Kyle's just trying to maybe get him on the same page here with Gersh. I mean, Gersh is a dangerous hitter, right?
Right.
Like, let's get this guy in the game. Don't let him keep going, I think is what Kyle's saying.
Oh.
Ooh, good pitch right there. Changeup misses just outside. So ball 2. That one's low. So Gersh ahead 3-0 now. Maybe that mound visit wasn't all that helpful.
Oh, well, that's it. I don't know why they.
I'm not sure why they do that on a 3-0 pitch, but sure. I might have something to do with that finger too.
Yeah, they see. Obviously, there's something they see, and they just are. It's a cautious move.
I know Eli is not going to be happy about it. he wants to finish this one off. But there he goes, telling Hank to do it. Great day for Eli Solom. And you know what? He's getting a really well-deserved round of applause as he comes off the field, too.
Standing ovation.
So Hank Ballard will come in and try and close it out for the Hawks. Hank will inherit a 3-0 count when this thing gets going. Hank closed it out on Tuesday for Tam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So asking him to do a little less. I think he went 2 innings on Tuesday. So asking him for less work today.
You got to imagine this is a take all the way.
You would think so. I mean, if you're Redwood, you need runners, right?
Yeah.
Sam can't hit a 4-run homer with nobody on.
Sam Gersh going to Middlebury.
Middlebury.
Right? Middlebury.
Sam's going to go play.
Anyone else from Redwood, going on after this year?
Not that I know of. I don't know.
All right. And we're live.
All right, so Hank Ballard in the game for Tam. By the way, Max Fike in right field. He's been in the game for Finnegan McGrain. Came in to pinch run a few innings ago. So Ballard behind 3-0 to Gersh. And misses there. Ball 4. So kind of no harm, no foul. And that will bring up the catcher, Ferry. Ferry struck out in his first at bat and had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. That one misses low and outside from Ballard for ball 1. That one outside again for ball 2. Outside again, so ball 3 to Ferry from Ballard. I think Hank's just going to put this one right down the middle if he can. Try and get himself a strike. I don't think Ferry's going to be swinging. There we go. 3-1 pitch. Let's see. Let's see Hank come after him, right? Throw it hard.
Yeah.
Let's go, kid. Strike 2. Murphy will not throw down, so Gersh has his second stolen base of the day. Ballard picks up a strike, so Tam 1 strike away now. That one high, ball 4. So Ferry walks. That will bring up Gio. A little bit of action in the Tam bullpen. Looks like Jackson Van Til is up. Can't quite tell. Or maybe Scott Ollinger, one of the lefties.
Just want to see some strikes.
Yeah,
Strikes.
just go after him.
Yeah.
You got a 4-run lead, right? I want to see Hank work a little faster. He'd
Yeah.
he'd get out there and go. That was what he was doing the other day, right? He was
Right.
just working fast and going after it. You can tell he loved it. He loves the situation. So first and second, 2 outs. Gio up. Ground ball. Firestein to Kift, and that will do it, folks.
There we
The
go.
Tam High Hawks
That is a good win.
have swept the Redwood Giants with a 5-1 win today. Tam puts himself firmly in second place in MCAL with a real chance to go after first. A really phenomenal victory, I think, all the way around for the Hawks.
Great execution. Great pitching. I mean, I know that Knauer had that one, inning, but, it was really fun to watch on both sides. It was a really good battle.
Knauer pitched great.
Yeah.
Tam just out-executed him that inning,
Yeah,
right? Go back. Dara had a double into right center that was just kept carrying, right? Eli worked a walk. Will had an extraordinary bunt.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then Ryan Simon
Yep.
with maybe the bunt of the year.
Grand slam bunt.
Laid that down. You get Cole coming up with the bases loaded. You're pretty excited if you're Tam, right?
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, Cole actually doesn't deliver. He strikes out, right? Cooper lays down a perfect squeeze, and then Tito with a 2-run single. They just did what they needed to do in this game all the way through. I don't think we had any errors, right?
I don't remember seeing, no.
No errors. I mean, Eli pitched incredibly well.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get him in here for the
know.
post-game interview.
I wonder, it must be a finger injury or something, or blister or something like that.
Maybe.
And they were bugged enough to pull him at the very end. So it must have been, worth it.
We'll talk to Eli about that and see what he has to say.
The boys are hopping around.
They're excited. Hey, it's floaty night too, by the way. Don't forget that. You put your floaties on.
And you're safe?
And you're safe
And
tonight.
You're safe.
You're going to be floaties all around Marin from these kids. They're going to go enjoy this one for sure.
It's probably I don't know. You would know better than I. It's probably been a while since we swept Redwood.
It feels like it. Look, that's a good Redwood team over there
Always.
too, right?
Always, yeah.
And we had to play really good baseball, and we did. That's the thing. Tam played really solid, fundamental baseball all the way through. Great pitching, timely hitting.
Eli pitched really well.
Eli
pitched
tremendous.
really
Look,
well.
He was an ace. He's an ace,
Yeah.
right? He did what aces do.
But it's fun to come through, in a big game I mean, he's had many, many great games, but in a really big game to come through and perform, I mean, that is exciting.
No, in front of this crowd, your senior season, right? This is
the biggest crowd
This is what you've been hoping for, right?
Yeah.
These guys are going to be so pumped after this one.
It's kind of – and they needed it. I mean, that was a big win on Tuesday, so that pumped them up.
You follow it up.
And then you follow it up. They had a rough couple of losses. Didn't feel so good. They came back 1-1, but then, it's just you could sense that they didn't quite have their mojo. I think they feel it now.
No, they're playing with attitude. I think that's the one thing. We started to see that a little bit in that second Novato game, right, where they came out. They got up. They started to have some attitude, right? They're starting to show it and feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what confidence does.
Yeah.
Right. It's pervasive, right? Kind of goes. Everyone in the dugout starts to feel it. Look at Lev, right? Lev Coleman. Lev Coleman's your third pinch runner, right?
Yeah, right.
He comes in and beautifully executes on that suicide squeeze, right? And by the way, there was a force play at home.
Right.
Like, that's how well you have to do it.
Right.
It's pretty phenomenal. So you're getting it up and down the lineup and throughout the dugout.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Oh.
There's a lot of post-game celebrating.
There is. It's fun to see.
It is. It's as pumped as I've seen, certainly this group ever.
Yeah.
It's as pumped as I've seen a team in a while. You're right. I'm
pumped.
Look, sweeping Redwood again. There's 16 seniors on this team.
I know.
Right?
When you were reading through the starting lineup, you're senior,
right.
senior.
16 seniors. So you think they're not going to be excited about the fact that they swept Redwood their senior year? And look, we might see these guys again.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's very likely we do. It's very likely. I think what is it? The top 6 go on.
Top 6 go on.
There must be. Do they do a bye? There must be a bye.
Ones and twos.
One and two
gets a bye.
Yeah, and then the remaining 4 are all tough. So.
Yeah, you got Archie, who's right in that mix, and then San Marin, who right now is your number 1 seed.
Yeah, they've only lost 1 in MCAL.
Yep.
So you have who? Redwood, Archie.
Novato, and I think MC and San Rafael kind of bad.
Right? Yeah, they're
all
kind of
battling it out
out.
there. Look, the thing about this game, like we knew we were going to have a pitcher's duel, right? We had 2 of the best pitchers in MCAL this year, right?
Yeah.
And again, like real shout out to Matt Knauer. He threw, 2 innings on Tuesday. He's thrown a ton this year. He came out and he dealt.
Yeah.
But who knows if he got tired by that 6th inning at all? Right, but
he just doesn't look it.
He didn't look it. He didn't look it.
I mean, I think he could play. He doesn't look it. Eli didn't look. Eli, whatever his injury is, we'll find out. But he didn't wear down at all.
No, I'm gonna. Somebody, hold on one second. Let's
you want me to go grab someone?
No, I want someone to go get Eli. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
Tell him to go get him. Yeah, they're still talking over there. They're celebrating, but we'll have one of the kids make sure Eli gets over here.
Yeah, it was. I was biting my tongue watching him pitch that first inning. You could just tell he was on.
Yeah.
That he not only had his fastball going, at good velocity, but he had his control of that slider was spectacular.
I mean, he didn't give up a hit until the 5th inning.
Right.
Right. By the way, I forgot to let everybody know that Kami Zulfagari will be hosting dinner for anyone at TAM to celebrate this victory.
Yeah, and if you're not sure who Kami is, he's the best-looking guy in the room.
Just go find him somewhere.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get let me go get.
You want me to get him? I'll get him.
I'll go get him.
Okay. You can talk. Well, hi, everybody. We're going to wait for Darren to grab one of the players. We're hoping we can get Eli. He may have a lot of autographs to sign. Shout out to our fans all over the country. We got Michigan, Minnesota. I know there are others. There's somewhere in the southeast. I can't remember. We're looking forward to hearing from one of our excited players.
All right. He's coming. We tracked him down. There he is. Give him the headphones. Give him the headphones.
Thank you.
What are we looking
I just had my finger started to cramp there in the seventh.
Oh, it was a
It
finger
was a
cramp.
Finger cramp, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
That's okay. You know what? Finger cramps not anything we need to worry about long term.
exactly.
Let's talk about that ball game, Eli.
Yeah.
So tell us about your kind of approach coming into this game.
Honestly, coming into this game, this is one of the worst I've felt. Coming off a little sickness right now, but often that's how it goes. When you feel your worst, that's often when you play your best.
Beware of the sick player.
Well,
It's pretty amazing.
yeah, no, I mean, didn't show, right? 90 pitches, call it, 60% strikes, 2 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. And that's a good Redwood team,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely is. They have some really good bats.
Do you know when you say in the first inning and you're throwing pitches, do you know that it's going to be a good day? Like I was watching in the first inning, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, he's on.
Yeah.
He's got it today.
Yeah. I knew today was going to be a grind because they got some good bats over there, but with the way our defense has been playing and the team as a collective, I knew it was going to be a good day for the Hawks.
So what were you guys celebrating out there? I mean, that was probably one of the longest, most excited group team meetings I've seen after a game in a while.
Yeah, so we did our usual shout-outs, and everyone's pretty stoked. Tony had a really big game.
Tony was great.
He was great on that, throwing the guy out at second, also getting the out on the squeeze when they did score that one run.
Big play.
But then also Coach Dave was getting the guys fired up over there. Yeah.
I'm not going to ask what Coach Dave's doing to fire people up, but that's all good. So I'm guessing the floaties will be on tonight, and you guys are going to go celebrate?
The floaties will be on tonight. Going to celebrate Cooper Kiff's birthday today.
Oh, nice. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to Cooper.
Yep.
All right, you know what? Go celebrate. Well-deserved. Sweep of Redwood.
Yep.
Keep it up. Really, really excited for you guys. That was a really fun baseball game to watch.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
congrats,
you guys.
Eli. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you.
All right, enjoy.
That was Eli Solom, everyone. Today's player of the game.
I'm impressed with how well these guys handle an interview. I don't know if I could have done that
Right?
when I was in high school.
I
I
think-
would have clammed up.
I feel like they're being trained.
Yeah.
We don't know it.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
They're good.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to end the broadcast.
I guess so.
Definitely one of the more enjoyable
I
and
don't
fun
wanna
ones
leave.
we've
I don't
done.
wanna leave.
I know. I'm not ready to leave either. We're in our new booth. It's freshly painted.
Oh, my goodness.
Why would we go anywhere?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up. So, TAM sweeps Redwood with today's 5-1 victory. Next week, the Hawks will face Archie Williams. I don't remember where they are on Tuesday, if they're home or away.
Like they're at home, but
I feel like they are too, but I don't know. Let's find out.
quick check.
But the boys are going to enjoy this, celebrate tonight, and they'll be back at practice
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Like nothing happened.
Right?
Let's see.
Next week is home on Tuesday, at Archie on Thursday.
Yep.
I think Friday. I don't know why we did Thursday. Anyway, all right. Enjoy this one, everybody. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Tuesday.
All right.
Thanks
Good night.
for watching and listening.